So here we're looking at solving simultaneous equations, i.e. two equations with x and y in, but we're going to use what's called the elimination method. What we're trying to do is eliminate one variable. At the moment, if we look at this first one here, if we added them or subtracted them, we would still get x and y's in there. So what we need to do is make sure that we've got the same number in front of one of the variables, or the opposite of one of the numbers. I'll show you what I mean by that. We're going to multiply this one by -2. Okay, so let's leave the top one. And we're going to multiply this one by -2. So 3x becomes -6x, 2y becomes -2y, and 15 becomes -30. Why I've multiplied it by -2 is then I can just add the two equations together, and I'll show you what happens. So 5x minus 6x is -1x. 2y minus 2y is just 0. 24 minus 30 is -6. And now we've got -1x equals -6. So divide by -1, and I'm just left with x. -6 divided by -1 is +6. And so I've got my x value. So now just choose one of the equations to work out what my y value is by substituting in the x value. So I'm going to pick this one, the second one here. So we've got 3x, or 3 times 6, plus y equals 15. Okay, so that makes it 18 plus y equals 15. And to get rid of the plus 18, you just subtract it. So 15 minus 18 is -3. Okay, and then we get our solution. X is 6 and y is -3. We can write it as an ordered pair. You can substitute into the other equation to check. Let's try it. So we've got 5 times 6, which is the x, plus 2 times -3. 5 6 is a 30. 2 times -3 is -6. 30 plus -6 is 24. So that works. This one here, I can't just multiply one equation to get the other. I'm going to have to multiply both of them. Okay, so we're going to multiply this one by 5 and this one by 3, just because I'm going to look at eliminating my y values because it's already negative. So let's rewrite them. The top one becomes 25x minus 15y equals 5 by timesing by 5. And the bottom one becomes 6x plus 15y equals 12. Okay, we add those together now. So the 15y's cancel out. I end up with 31x equals 17. Not a nice number because now we're going to have to divide by 31. So we're going to just write it as 17 over 31. You can write it as a decimal, which I think is 0.9483. Okay. Now we want to find out what our y value is. Okay, so pick one of the equations. I'm going to pick the second equation because I think it'll be easier to times by 2, the x value, rather than timesing it by 5. So we're going to have 2 times 17 over 31 plus 5y equals 4. This is from equation 2 here. Okay, 2 times 17 is 34 over 31 equals 4. Let's change 4 to 30 so we can subtract the 34 over 31. So 4 times 31 is 124. So we're going to rewrite that as 124 over 31. Okay, so now we can subtract 34 over 31. So that disappears from there. Subtract 34 over 31. So now we've got 5y equals, so 124 minus 34 is 90. And then we're going to divide by 5. Or times by a fifth is the same thing. And we can write that as 90 over 155. And that can simplify. We can divide it by 5 and we end up with 18 over 31. And that's how you use the elimination method to solve simultaneous equations.